Hello everybody, here I am, and this is my first ever video on my YouTube channel. And today we are going to make this beautiful card. And what this card does, when we hover on it, it creates a beautiful effect of opening gates, right? And now you can see it's a bit faded. When I hover on it, a gate opens like beautifully and a shadow is appeared behind it. You must see again, when we hover on it, then a beautiful gate is open like this. And this beautiful button which has a bubbling effect, when we hover, it gives this beautiful effect you can see up here. And this is done using cubic Bizare, which we are going to discuss in the video. Let's start our project, and here we are. First of all, I'm using VS Code, and what I'm going to do is simply create a main element inside the body tag. The class will be main, and inside main we will just have h1 because main should contain h1 according to the accessibility rules. Card is learning the same I just gave while making the project, and the class will be simply main heading p.main para. I'm using BEM here. You must know what is BEM. If you don't know, then you can search out. I'm not going to tell you in this video. We can talk about that in later one. Button dot, you can say, what if I do instead of button like anchor tag? Okay, anchor dot class, which I am going to make it like btn, and inside we'll link it to nowhere and click me. Yep, that's it for the main. Okay, so let's go into the CSS. But before going into the CSS, I'll like linking my style sheet first up here, style.css, but I'm going to link it video.css. okay, let's go up here, and I have imported a font from the Google Fonts. We will talk about that in another video because this is my first video, so I don't want it to make it so long. I hope you understand. We're going to set margin to 0, padding to 0, box sizing border box, list style none, text decoration none. These are my default settings. I always use that, and because it just remove the extra space from everywhere, that's why I do like this. And this is my default setting you can save. So display of the body will be, this is not doing like that. Okay, justify content center, align items center, and width will be 100%. I'm using percent because it will not create scroll bar. If you use VW, it can create scroll bar, but if you use percent, it does not create scroll bar. I hope you get that. 100 VW. Minimum height, oh no, VW not VH, sorry, I must have used VH, sorry about that. Okay, I just did VW. Now I have corrected this, and here we have our body, and the content is in the center. But before doing that, I have to create root element. And what does that root element do? It creates we can store variables in that. I have used those variables in my so I just created a root element and defined some variables for my use in the project. This is a gradient we are going to use in the body, and background image you must say variable gradient. Okay, the values should be different, right? 90%, and let's make it like 350 pixels. Okay, what it will do, it will choose the value which is smaller from the function. So the smaller is 350 right now, so it's picking it up. When it will be shredded on smartphone, then it will pick 90%, right? I hope you get that. Okay, background should be white, padding should be 1 em, display we are going to make it grid, sorry about that, grid gap will be 0.75 em, and border radius will be 0.75 em too. Let's see what just happened. Yo, that's great, right? It's looking fine. It's now looking fine. Okay, we just have to add font up here, and let's see, font family, fast hand. So I just added it to the body because I think it should be globally enabled, right? And we want the button to be like that in the same font family. Okay, border radius is given. Now we are going to do what? Box shadow. That's it. Box shadows 0.05 pixel because it will make blur on each side. Okay, this is the X side, this is a Y side, and this is on the fourth side, all the sides, and it's going to make blur, right? We're just selecting white, and let's see, it's up, it's good, it's looking here, but we can't see right now too much. Now we have to design our main paragraph, and we are going to give its font size 18 pixel. We are drawing this just because we want it a bit bigger than the default, because the default size is too small. Okay, I think this will be for the main para. Now we are going to main button. Let's design that. Padding 0.5 em, sorry, 0.5 em, right? 5 em and 1 em. Width would be minimum, we are using again minimum, then 90%, and again 200 pixels. 200 pixels would be good. Okay, we are going to margin auto, so it could be in center. Background should be variable button, sorry, variable button, and color would be white. Font weight would be bold. Font size would be like 18 pixels, same as the above. You can see up here it's looking good, right? But text align, since text align is not center, so, and we are going to border radius too of like okay, 10 pixels would be enough. And I'm going to make a change of a bit of about width, because we are going to make it 150 first, and then we are going to change when we hover on it, right? Okay, let's add first of all dot main btn, excuse me. However, we want to make its width bigger, right? From 90%, right? And 200 pixels, 230 pixels. No, 200 pixels is good. However, you must see it's going up, but it's not making beautiful effect. Let's give it transition all 0.5 second. Now you can see that it just increased, but we don't want that. We want this beautiful effect. When we hover on it, it bubbles like that and produce a shadow. Let's create a shadow first. Box shadow 00, 3 pixels RGB, and here it is. Okay, now we want to box shadow 10 pixels, variable btn. By the way, these both are the same colors. I'm using again here variable btn. Okay, so when we hover over it, you can see this is our car. Sorry, a beautiful shadow is appeared. Shadow is 2 less than the above. Let's create it 15. Okay, when we hover on it, the shadow is appearing, but the bubbling effect is not looking up. That was up here, right? Okay, that bubbling effect, that is not getting there, right? This can be get by adding cubic Bizare, which I have used in the project, and I'm just copying that from there. If you don't know what is cubic Bizare, I can explain that for you in some other video. Basically, cubic Bizare is the effect how the change is going to happen. Okay, like we use ease in, ease out here. Go slow, then go fast, right? This is ease in, ease out. This is on the place of ease in, ease out. Cubic Bizare is like we can change, we can give its minus value 2. That when we hover on it, first of all it should be shredded. When it will be shredded, then it come to the, you can see that it's first shred and then start increasing its size, right? This is the bubbling effect, and it can be achieved by this. And let's letter spacing 3 pixels. That looks fine. Your buddy, that's great, that's great. Only one thing is remain, that is our gate. Okay, and the gate is only the part of main. We are going to main before content position absolute top 0 left 0 width 50%. You must see that the one gate is about 50% up here. Okay, the other gate is 50%, the one gate is 50%, and we are going to create 2 gates. Okay, 50%, height would be 100%, and the background will be no RGBA. Now we have to use up here, and that we'll be using that RGBA because we want to make it a bit smaller. You can see up here. Okay, but it is taking the total width of the body because it is related to body. Now you can see that. What if I do like this? You must see that it is taking upon the body, right? We don't want that. We just want it should be taking upon only the main. So we will give it position relative and overflow hidden. So the overflow should be hidden, right? So it's up here only on the main but not on the body. Okay, same for the after, but the only thing that we are going to change is left to right. It will come from the right, and when we hover on it, we just want to open it, right? We just want to open it and want to increase the shadow of the main. So when we want dot main hover, it's before should width will be 0, and when we hover on again main, then it's after width should be 0. Okay, this is going to do our work, but we have to add transition so it could give us a smooth effect. Transition all, I just always do all because it's easy to, we don't have to specify every property. I'm going to copy this and paste it up here and save that, and transition up here too. Transition all and 0.5 second. I'm using this because I want to increase the shadow up here in the main too. So I want when we hover on the dot main, its shadow should be increased from 0 to 20 pixels. You can say that would increase that. So this is our card. When we hover on it, oh, there it is. We got a beautiful button, right? We got a beautiful button, we got an opening effect, and that's it for today. I hope you like the project. This was a simple one. This was my first video. I know I have made a lot of mistakes in many cases, but I hope you enjoyed it. And thank you so much for giving your precious time. I'll see you in the next one.